49ers relying too heavily on the draft this year? I asked this because we've already said they need a right tackle, an edge rusher, a safety, a nickelback, and a wide receiver. They're pretty done in free agency to get some depth. But by not addressing these spots in free agency, it seems like they're now looking for contributors at maybe 5 spots in the draft, and they don't have a first-round pick. Are they over-reliant on the draft this year?
I think they're relying pretty heavily on the draft for the majority of their depth. I think the 49ers feel really good about what they have with their roster to be their starters, other than maybe one guy. I think safety might be the spot that they tried to find a starter at, really. I think it's going to be the safety spot as the one spot that which would mean that they're going to go probably round 2 with a safety with their first pick. That seems to be the one that they might go where they feel like they need to get somebody, unless they really like Talanoa Hufanga, which I would disagree with.
They're either over-reliant on the draft this year, or they're overly optimistic. Not overly optimistic, but extremely optimistic about their young guys, year 2 and 3 guys, making jumps. Because I feel like this team has been kind of hesitant with rookies in the past. Kyle's not the kind of guy that's like, we drafted you, you're in. You got to prove yourself in practice. You got to show that you're a pro in the meeting rooms. I could see them being like, we really like Colton McKivitz. We really like Diamador Lenore. We love Javon Kinlaw. I can't see them saying that about Aaron Banks till they see him at least in some one preseason game. One preseason. Mm-hmm. He's been one preseason game. So 2 preseason games, they could say they really like him. But I could see them kind of having, because that's really like faith in themselves, right? It's like we develop. They've been here. We're invested. Colton McKivitz is the guy. Like, okay, well, you were right about Tom Compton, so but I think they're very, very – they're putting a lot of faith into some very young players who haven't done it yet, including – but not the quarterback. They are real cautious at quarterback. At nickel, Diamador, you're up. Talanoa, let's go. At quarterback, like, Trey, who the hell do you think you are? You think because we spent 3 first-round picks and you were just going, hell no. Jimmy, your team, baby. Trey, wow, right there, buddy.
I think they feel very positive about. There's a lot of optimism from the team with a lot of these guys, like you said, and we'll disagree. We'll agree to disagree on the Trey Lance, Jimmy Garoppolo thing, because I do feel like it's going to be Trey.
I hope it's Trey.
I feel like it's going to be.
I hope it's Trey.
I feel like there's going to be I agree with you in that I feel like Garoppolo is going to be back. I also feel like I disagree with you in that I believe that it's going to be Lance, because Lance is going to show more than he did last year.
I would like to see it. I just hope the deck isn't stacked against him, because to me, I thought he won the competition last year. Like, Jimmy has nice moments in camp, but the dude threw 11 touchdowns and 11 picks. I think that matters. I thought Trey Lance was like 3-1 his TD to INT ratio. His completion percentage was way lower, but interceptions and turnovers are more important. So you could slice it however you want to slice it. I would expect Trey Lance to win the competition like you. I just, again, hope the deck isn't stacked against him, but that's a whole different level of intrigue that we'll have to dive into and report on at the right time.
That'll be fun.
Jatire says, get Watson. I hope that's how you pronounce your name. I'm sorry. Get Watson, wide receiver in the draft. Sign Teron and Clowney. I mean, I wouldn't be mad at Clowney, Teron. Yeah, I mean, Watson. I like all that. I like all of it. Is Clowney depth? How expensive is he?
I don't know what his number is right now. I don't know, and that's one of the things when you with the 49ers. I keep I understand when you look at these guys, some of these guys who have been signed in the first already, like in this first wave of free agents. It's like, why couldn't they get? They could have got 2 or 3 of these guys for the amount of money that Garoppolo has, but that's not really the issue. When a lot of these guys, when you look at their numbers next year, they're looking at like $15-16 million cap hits, which it's just, I think, like what I'm saying, feel like the 49ers are trying to get younger because they're hoping that guys like Trey Lance and so on are going to be worth a lot of money in a couple of years.
Sure. David says, Grant, what's your favorite comedy movie? Jeez, I mean, there's so many. Animal House is probably the greatest comedy of all time. I mean, that's pretty much agreed. Animal House, really funny, but it's made in the 70s. You might not be for you. Personal fave that's on TV a lot that I just find hilarious, and I will watch it all the way through every single time, is White Chicks. It's not a great movie, but it's hilarious to me. White Chicks by the Wayans brothers.
Yeah.
A lot of poignant racial, gender commentary. It's a very woke movie, and it came out in like 2003. I'm just saying.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of good
chicks.
comedies.
White
a lot
chicks.
of good comedies. Uh-huh.
All right, AG.
White chicks.
What's up with the behemoth of Alfredo Gutierrez? I'm already pre-depressed going into this new season. Okay, who will become a starter first, Alfredo Gutierrez or Trey Lance?
Stop it. Trey Lance. Alfredo's a big guy, though. He is a very big.
No, basketball players are really tall, but this is the biggest football player I've ever seen.
Yeah, he's a mountain.
I don't know. He's on like the 8-year project plan. It's going to take him a while, but they like him. Tony says Niners won't make a big splash in free agency because it'll mess with their comp pick return, and there's no one they want. Really? Comp picks. Sweet.
Yeah. Aren't the 49ers already in line to get like 2 more third-round comp picks for other guys?
Did you ever know
hired away?
Like when your mom or your grandma is like addicted to coupons? It's like, I got this coupon. That's what this is. The comp picks, like, sweet. Oh, you got the 159th pick in the Jets. Great. $2 off soap. You win.
So what you're saying is that when the 49ers go out for dinner, they buy a Groupon first?
They bring the Groupon with them. They're like, actually, we filled out our frequency card. We have all the stamps. We would like $5 off, please. Brandon says, hey, great, I'm a new listener. Shout out from Las Vegas. Shout out, Brandon. What's your take on the Niners riding out with Jimmy one last time, but also dishing out multiple package plays for Lance to play? They stopped doing that. I think they want Jimmy Garoppolo. I think they're going to give Jimmy Garoppolo a 10-year extension. That's what I think. 10 years. Because they got to wait until Trey Lance is roughly 32 before he's ready enough. He's just going to be like an underground project for the next 10 years. And when you least expect it, boom, there he is. Low-key, I've developed Lance more in Madden than Shane has in real life. Man, what kills me about the Niners and Shanahan and Lance is like they made this trade for him. Everyone was like, "Oh my god, don't you know he's a project?" And he was like, as soon as they got him, they're like, "Oh my god, he's a project!" Like, what? Well, why did you trade? Why did you give the Deshaun Watson package for someone that you're so scared to play? Like, we thought you knew something we didn't know. But no, you're more scared than everyone else. Like, it doesn't make sense to me, man. You should have, I don't know. Jimmy, like, they could have had Micah Parsons last year. If they knew they weren't going to, they could have just not traded for Trey Lance, drafted Micah Parsons, and then traded picks for Deshaun Watson this year. But no, they had to have Lance until they decided that, whoa, he lacks experience. No one told us this. What's going on? I don't get that. I don't get that. They're scared.
That's a great comment right there, David.
Didn't you know? We thought you knew. What veteran quarterback they signed once Jimmy is gone? Dude, get real. Jimmy is going here forever.
Nate Sudfeld.
He's never going to go away. No. What is the status of Lance Wobble? Maybe Kyle said you don't start until the wounded duck stop. I don't know. He's out there working with, and again, Brandon Ayuk. You're working out with Trey Lance this offseason. What are you thinking? You're gonna get in the doghouse again. It's not going your direction. I'm sorry, you're backing the wrong horse.
Yeah, on the wrong team there. No, I just find this whole thing funny. One of the things that I've seen too many times on Twitter in the last couple of days is that you need to get rid of Jimmy Garoppolo because it's not fair to Trey Lance. I mean, come on, it's not fair to Trey Lance to have somebody looking over his shoulder. Really?
Well, let's stay with that because it's fine to have a vet push him. But this isn't any vet, man. This is the 49ers savior. The thing about Jimmy here is he's the freaking savior. He's Jimmy Jesus, and Eric Armstead looks at him that way. A lot of the vets on this team look at him that way, and that's why I feel like it's not a fair quarterback competition. He's got a contingent of this locker room in his corner for life. For life. He can go and throw like 2 picks and 90 yards in a playoff game, and they'll be like, man, that's my quarterback. That's my quarterback. I love that, man. And I've seen it for years. And I don't know why. It's what it is. Maybe Trey Lance breast thinks. I don't know. There's something about Trey. I don't know what it is. Maybe he doesn't return texts quickly enough. Maybe he leaves them on red. I have no idea. But they love them, Jimmy Garoppolo. They love them some Jimmy G.
I don't know. Maybe he's not a fast texter backer. Maybe that
counts. You talk about leadership?
Uh-huh.
You better write back, Trey.
You know what it might be? It might be that where Trey starts to text back, but he doesn't stop, and so it doesn't. He got the bubbles, and then you're like wondering. It's
We're
like
done. You don't have to have the last word. Let's go, Trey. Anyway, this whole offseason is getting very intriguing. I can't wait for more Jimmy Garoppolo. I am a closet Jimmy Garoppolo stan. You think I don't like Jimmy? I love Jimmy, and I have so many burner accounts just being like, Jimmy's the best. What are you talking about? Just so I can argue with myself. You don't think so? I'm crazy.
So did we just figure out who 49ers is?
I wish I was crazy enough to just develop an alter ego like that who would be totally against. That would be so funny. But no, I don't have that kind of time. I wish.